Alright, hello and welcome to the Week 3 VOD review for JDL Season 2. This week I'm joined by Brady, Lex, Maggie, and Storm. And this, I guess, is a bit of a special episode because we're not just doing a breakdown of the VODs, but with the first round done at the end of week 3. All of these groups will be changing going into next, like groups which are facing each other will be going into week 4. This is also going to be kind of like a reflection because it's also the halfway point before the free agency ends. So we'll be looking at teams that have been struggling, i.e. teams that are either 0-3 or 1-2, and looking at if there's any potential changes that might be good for them, or if they have made changes, we're going to look at those changes and see, do we think they're good? What else they might need to improve on? Just look at those teams in general, looking at what we think might need to change, or what has gone wrong for them, maybe perhaps. I think like last week, we're just going to go down the line. So we're going to start with me versus Bushie. I guess I'll clarify as well. We only have 9 matches as well. Storm and Zach ended up with a forfeit from Storm, so going to be a bit shorter in that case, but in which case we'll just jump straight into me versus Bushie. Let me pull up I think Bushie did send his. Bushie sent his Poke Paste.
Okay, I was gonna say, I know he didn't send his for GTL that day.
He did. In which we have. So let's look at the teams first. We have Megalop, Hydreigon, Moltres, Lycanroc, Dusk, Muck, and Claydol. And then I have Dragapult, Kartana, Fortress, Sylveon, Rotom Frost, and Toxicroak. I guess it's the Bushie sets first things first. That feels like just your go-to Megalop set. I'm guessing those Speed EVs. Trying to figure what it would have been for. I feel like it's probably to outspeed Kartana. Or Mega
I was gonna say, it probably outspeeds Cart.
It definitely outspeeds Cart. It outspeeds Mega Pidgeot, that's what it is.
Gotcha, yeah. I was gonna say, it's like specifically outspeeds something.
So I know Bushie knows for a fact he can't just by the nature of the matchup, he can't outspeed Dragapult. There's no way
yeah.
So you speed creep to the next highest thing. Especially when Cart's always gonna be, or is usually gonna be Scarf anyway. So you can outspeed Pidgeot and everything else. I do like the Scarf on Hydreigon. I think it's really good for this matchup. I'm guessing these were to outspeed Polt, is my guess with those speed EVs.
Given the Scarf, I would imagine so as well, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what you needed to be modest on it. That's your pretty classic Moltres set.
Let me look at Hydreigon.
As well, that's just
Yeah, so this is standard Hydreigon Choice Scarf set. 196.
And it was modest.
463, thank you. Modest. Oh my god. 421. Dragapult. Oh. So he would have tied Bolt. Interesting.
I'm surprised he didn't go for a little bit more on that. Then it wasn't 196. Yeah, it was 196.
Maybe it was a miscalc. He thought it would be one above.
And now I am curious about the Claydol. What's the Claydol set? I guess the Claydol does, I'm assuming, live something from Instant and kill it.
Oh, absolutely.
Although
I don't know if kill it, but it definitely does chip. It probably does deal with knockoff very well, is my guess.
Yeah, that's what it looks like it's for. Because it doesn't look very good at all into the rest of the team. It also helps with the Toxicroak.
I agree, yeah.
But
Pterodart Toxicroak.
It doesn't look good in the Polt. Cart deals with it. Instant deals with it outside of the Colbur Berry. That thing doesn't do much to Sylveon or Mega Pidgeot.
Well, Psyshock would deal with Mega Pidgeot, but not a lot.
Okay. Oh yeah, Psyshock would also probably do more to Sylveon than Psychic would.
Yeah, I meant Sylveon, not Mega Pidgeot.
Yes. Okay.
Muck set I like, except for one thing. And I feel like that was just a blunder on Bushie's half.
The toxic spikes?
Yes.
I assume so, since it is an assault vest set.
Not just assault vest, but sticky hold assault vest, which means it's not getting rid of that thing, even if I knock it.
Oh, yes. Okay. I did not realize it was sticky hold assault vest with
Which
two
I
spikes.
like that.
Yeah, that is...
I really like that, especially when you want it to be this like mixed wall. Especially on
Oh,
my
yeah,
team
for
with,
sure.
With the ground type being Seismitoad and the psychic type.
It's like, it's the same
non-existent.
concept behind running it with sticky hold assault vest, or sticky hold Rocky helmet.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like a special version of that. Which I think both of those, like, I like this set. I would prefer just if you've basically sacked the move slot. This feels like a pretty good, like, just a hard
That's
offense,
a
like,
choice band like rock
yeah.
set, yeah.
Now, I will say, this would be a good set for High Dragon to deal with Dragapult if I didn't put Scarf Dragapult.
Yeah.
So let me explain that set, because basically the idea behind the Scarf Dragapult set was that with those EVs, it would always outspeed and kill Scarf Lycanroc. Steel Wing was for... God, what was Steel Wing for? What's his fairy type again? Oh, Rabombi. Steel Wing was for Rabombi, Dragon Darts for Stab, U-Turn for Pivot, and Thunder Wave was for a 4th move. I feel like very standard sets.
I mean, I feel like just Poltergeist. Like, it gets Poltergeist,
No, it
right? Oh, it doesn't?
Nope.
Does it only get Phantom Force?
Only gets Phantom Force. And Astonish.
Oh,
Yeah.
why would they do that to that guy? Why'd they do it
I
to him?
know, right?
Mm.
Like, he'll literally...
Not even Shadow Claw. Shadow Claw would have been
I
nice.
mean, look at those gay little claws. He's not using Shadow Claw.
He didn't have to say that to him.
Am I wrong? But yeah, no. And also, like... I will say I feel like these sets are pretty standard for Kartana and Fortress, with it more like the bulky Wall Fortress, which is, I think, a really good set the more I've used it now. Now let me talk about the Sylveon set, because you're probably like, okay, Wish Protect, yeah, Hyper Voice for Pixelate Stab. Mystical Fire was my tech to deal with a mix of Hydreigon and Golden Go, because I feel, because Golden Go to me felt like such a good safe switch in for if Hydreigon's locked in choice onto something that it doesn't want to be in, and Sylveon comes out, you switch to Golden Go, and so I click Mystical Fire, and now Golden Go is taking super effective damage, taking a little bit of chip, but it's losing a Spadak. It's getting its Spadak drop. I have a supportive offensive set for Toxicroak with like Poison Touch to try and just spread hazard status around and do some damage, and a utility defog set for Rotom Frost, which it's, I guess, the big thing to note as well. It's Rotom Frost's first appearance. Ooh,
Cool stat
Hooray!
for Rotom Frost.
Yeah, I like the Trick. I like Trick's Choice Scarf a lot for the Rotoms. It feels just really
Yeah,
nice.
it feels like basically it's 4 moves that you see ran on Rotoms, like Rotom, but it's not like typically you don't see them all at once.
So I feel like the Rotoms have like 6 moves they reliably go to. It's Trick, Will-O-Wisp, Defog, Volt Switch, Pain Split, and
And then whatever their special move is.
Move they get. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. And they're just so reliable with those 6 moves and either a scarf or a pair of nice shoes.
Yeah. I think with the ones like Frost, or not Frost, Wash, it's so much safer and easier to always do a Scarf because it's or Leftovers even.
Yeah, Leftovers is like also an item. Like I've ran Rotom Heat like 3 times in Draft League, so I'm just always used to just boots.
Yeah, Rotom Heat especially. You can make the same case for Frost, but like my kind of thought was like, oh, I can trick the shoes trick the shoes from someone, which in hindsight would have been, I think, just Ultras. Yeah.
And just literally just steal their shoes.
Anyways, let's jump into it. So, I will say I was surprised to see no Golden Go, and by surprise, no Golden Go or Rabombi actually really surprised me. But I was really happy with his first turn, and I won't lie. Wait, what was this from Bush? This content is no longer available. Okay, never mind.
Rip.
So I was actually considering tricking on this turn, and then I was like, wait, what if this thing is, what if it's sticky hold? And I was like, and then I can't trick it. Like, I actually went to Bulbapedia to make sure, wait, can I trick something if it's sticky hold? Because I'm sure, like, couldn't be knocked off or, like, stuff like that. Or stolen, but, like, it would work with trick. It doesn't work with trick, by the way. That's the answer.
It's so sticky.
Yeah. I can't trick it from them. So I just
I wish Alolan Muck had sticky hold. It'd be so much better.
Does it not? No, it gets gluttony.
No, it has power of alchemy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I'm kind of glad he actually tricked it off because I just got to the swap. Also, super effective. 4 times super effective, by the way.
That's Chip.
We just get rocks up. Oh my god! Like,
Yeah, this is pretty much just a free setup right here.
I mean, I can't really set up on it. That's the other big thing. Is like,
And you don't have spikes. You just have stealth rocks.
no,
Yeah.
And it's like that's fine. I think I just go for U-turn here. Yeah, it's just free pivoting. Because now, look at that health. It's like, yeah, sure, okay, nice crit. Crit matters. That's Rotom Frost kill. And I'm like, yeah, let's sacrifice. We can sacrifice Langren here. I was actually like thinking like, oh hey, if it's, I think I outspeed it if it's like not speed invested, but I think I was wrong. I went Terra Poison here. Also, remember I said Poison Touch? Let's see and count how many poison spreads we get. That also did more damage than I thought it would. I won't lie. I think the Rapid Spin's really good here from Bushie. This is unlucky. That's really, really bad for Bushie.
Yeah.
That is like, I was like, oh, that's really nice. I feel like I got a nice like little slow pivot here. Toxicroak comes in. And out goes Lycanroc as we go for Bullet Punch to try and kill it. And it loses its shoes. So now we're not stealing any shoes now. Also, that's a lot of damage still for being burned. So not a single fucking poison.
Oh, no poison.
Yeah, not a single poison. And that's like, I was like...
No poison.
I was kind of like waiting, like, where's the poison? Am I not poison touch? Like, I was genuinely checking it throughout the battle. I think I said it, yeah, earlier, this is a pretty safe kill for me because of Scarf.
That is a fire nickname for Hydreigon, though. Ziggy, Biggie, and Mo.
Yeah, I agree.
Not like this Lopunny nickname.
I hate it. Genuinely. I hate
That
it.
nickname's
had it last
awful.
season.
That nickname's completely...
Alright, Brady, over under that or Derek's Alamamola?
What was the Alomomola named?
I forget what the Mola name is.
Pink and inviting.
Oh no.
No, no.
He had some nicknames that season. He had some other ones that were interesting.
I will say, like, Mystical Fire Steel, just because I was realizing, like, if that's, like, a bulky Moltres and it's, like physically bulky, I don't know if I can kill it with my team. Like,
One of my nicknames from this season made it into IPL Jeopardy.
Yeah. There is some fucking good nicknames out here.
It was a really good
Lycanroc.
nickname. Yeah,
The
this is
motherfucker that
a
reflects the goal.
Sylveon game.
Yeah, Claydol does not take that.
Yeah. I don't know if, like, setting up rocks was really the play, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, the fake out to me felt really, really obvious.
So I put it in like this general like chat. That is my Comfey nickname.
Oh, I hate that. But yeah, at this point, Sylveon is doing way more than I thought it would.
Yeah.
I feel like the lack of
That
wind,
hurricane,
though- yeah, that was truly
that hurricane miss was also like
because
unlucky.
I will say, I think Moltres might still, if Sylveon goes, might be able to 3v1.
I mean, how much damage does Dragapult do to it?
Not a lot if it's like physically invested, which it was.
Yeah, I think the main thing is your Mystical Fire,
Oh, I felt bad.
Neuters it.
No, I felt
Human
bad, but
being.
like I was so worried about like it, like 1v4ing that I kind of felt like I had to like cripple it. Which I know, I'm mean for doing.
Why didn't he go into Moltres before Megalop? Because Megalop seems like if he still weakened Sylveon, Megalop would have killed Sylveon and then maybe
Yeah,
done some stuff later.
I can see that. Yeah.
I think
Wait,
it's
you were
kind of a
Scarf
50-50,
Dragapult actually.
unfortunately.
I feel like like he's not risking. I feel like he kind of just like knew it was over with the mystical fire drops. And I'm sorry, Bushie. I'm sorry, but had to get that differential. Is that MVP Sylveon?
Of that battle, yeah.
Mm.
I agree. I did not expect Sylveon to be that good of a wall. I won't lie. Moral of the story: Sylveon's a great Pokemon. Very glad to have turns left here. Moving on, there was no battle between Zach and Storm, so we move on to Bacon versus Ben.
Oh boy.
This was also like
Oh boy.
This is also like a recently finished one. Oh,
Oh, so tiny.
thank you, Bacon, for sending us links to your PokePaste. Oh,
Oh, you can't just view it even if you zoom in. Okay, that's awful.
yeah.
He's got a cheat
I mean,
here.
I
You
can
can
just
know
earn it.
at least that much.
Thank you.
You're able to like see it, I guess, barely,
No,
but
you
still,
can't read it.
it's kind of hard.
Let's,
If send it to me, I might be able to read it since I zoom in with trackpad.
does that work?
It tends to work for me. I don't know if it'll work with this image though.
Let me try. But let's talk about Ben's team first. So, let's talk about the teams. Ben has brought Primeape, Galvantula.
Yeah, I can read it.
Quagsire. Oh, awesome. Mega Mawile, Volcarona, and Kabala. Bacon has brought Chi-Yu, Ninetales, Celesteela, Screamtail, Toxtricity, and Hydrapple. Let's talk about Ben's team. I feel like we've seen this this kind of set on Primeape a bunch of times now. 3 weeks now, I think.
At least once. I don't think it did not come versus me.
Oh, I thought it did.
No. Instead, he brought multiple setup special attackers.
That's right. I will say, I get like the niche like little tricks you can do with like the Cursed Ghost. I won't lie though, Ben. I'm still I think preferring Bulk Up. I feel. I don't know.
Counterpoint, it's really funny.
Yeah. That's a special attack from Galvantula set if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, that's all you need. Like, I don't think you ever... I guess you kind of like running Volt Switch occasionally, but like other than that, that's like the moves you run on
I
it.
feel like you could swap Giga Drain for Volt Switch.
Although, does what does Giga Drain hit on Bacon's team? Big Al.
That's kind of it. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's one of those things where like you can make the call of like, do you think Big Al is coming, and how much do you fear Big Al?
Yeah. In that regard, I kind of preferred like Bug Buzz on Volcarona. What are we doing with Quagsire? Like, this is like week 3, the 3rd week in a row where I'm just like, I look at Quagsire and I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, I don't think that's the worst thing ever.
I don't know.
It's at least I can understand the logic. I just don't
I
think
would like to see
Frag
recover.
without recovery should be going for 2 different spikes.
I agree. Like I feel like you could drop either body press or scald for recover.
Also, body press is another one of those moves. I don't know what it hits.
I mean, it's just damage on the defensive mon. That's what it is, which I don't
Yeah.
dislike. In fact,
I won't lie. I would like to see body press dropped here in favor of just having outright recover.
I kind of would have preferred like just
Or no toxic spikes, because there's a Celesteela that doesn't care. There's a
Yeah.
Toxtricity.
Yeah.
There's a Cramorant, which isn't a real Pokemon, but it's there. I feel like I should mention it.
My other issue, I guess,
I have
is
to mention it.
we're talking about the defense boosts, but like Bacon doesn't really have physical attackers. Like,
Yeah, it's Celesteela, Toxtricity, Hydrapple, and Chi-Yu. It's one of the more special teams out there.
yeah, it's like
Like, you have like basically exactly
Yeah, and when
Ambipom
you look at what he
Hitmontop.
brought, like there's no physical
which is
threat
why I prefer
on what he
like
brought.
max HP, max Spadef, Scald recover instead of body press Scald.
Mm-hmm. But I get why it's like body press with max defense. Like
Yeah.
in general, I just don't think for this week.
Mm-hmm. Ben, I know you're gonna come and tell us what you're planning. It's just I kind of can see it. I just not for this week is my thoughts. I also don't think you should be boosting your attack. Just I know that's just the 4, but like, I feel like just in general with like Scald, you're fishing for burns. You're not trying to do damage, which is like again the 4 is just like it's.
Yeah, but it's the 4. The
Yeah.
4 doesn't really matter.
I kind of dig the Mawile set. I feel like it's pretty standard. Kind of.
Ice Punch is really good. It hits Hydrapple.
Yeah.
Play rough. Probably hurts a Chi-Yu.
I think that kills a Chi-Yu. I think
Yeah, honestly, probably.
Sucker Punch is just good to like outspeed, like priority.
And then like SD, just you can click SD like pretty easily if
Yeah.
you switch in right.
That's the Volcarona set to clean up games, and that's a
Yeah.
kind of utility Komala AV.
Although I'm surprised to see Volcarona without boots.
I agree. I think it's really, really bad.
Because I feel like Bacon is like it's pretty easy for Bacon to slot like rocks on Screamtail and just lead with it.
I agree. My other issue, I'm kind of confused as to what. Again, we've been talking about like the especially defensive of Bacon's team, and then we're seeing like the max defense on Volcarona, which I'm kind of confused about. Same with on Komala. Like I feel like it would have been better if you're just like max HP or max Spadef over defense on Komala.
Yeah. Pretty good set. I do like U-turn on Komala, but I get why it's got
I feel like
actually I don't really know what the rock slide's for.
Cramorant. I feel like you could either bring Rock Slide or Earthquake, but I don't feel like you need both. That's my
Yeah.
concern.
Yeah.
I'd like to see like U-turn.
Yeah, that's a big issue with I have this team. I like some pivots on Galvantula and Kamala because you kind of have none right now.
I will also say, I think the max defense on Volcarona is really weird when the primary physical attacker that Bacon does have is Jirachi.
He got rid of Jirachi for
No,
Celestial.
Jirachi's gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, didn't even have a primary one.
Okay, at the very.
The only physical attacker on the team is Ambipom.
Oh, that's his.
Crazy.
He has Hitmon top, but like.
Okay, yeah, and Hitmontop, but it's like Ambipom.
Those are enough to warrant. Those are not enough to warrant the defense boost or defense investment over the much more. Important.
Especially just over like just general HP.
Yeah.
Like I tend to just run like HP because it just lets you like deal with everything. Not quite as well, but it'll just let you deal with like more things.
Unless I bring it as like a direct counter. Okay, I can at least read the sets off of what we have of the image that Bacon sent. So we have Chi-Yu with with a spec set with Overheat Flamethrower, Dark Pulse Psychic, max HP or max attack, max speed. That's pretty much just your normal Chi-Yu set. I'm curious what the psychics. Oh, I guess the psychics for pre Terra
Primate?
Yeah. And also, but just because Chi-Yu gets like no other moves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ninetales is a max HP, 8 attack, max speed with Timid, Heat Rock, Drought, Will-O-Wisp, Flamethrower, Healing Wish, Encore. I like this as like a utility support set for Sun. I feel like if you didn't want Healing Wish, you could have also brought Baton Pass instead, which again would have given you a nice pivot. For Celesteela, we have Leftovers, we have Max HP, Max Spadef, with Leech Seed, Toxic, Protect, Air Slash. I like this set. I actually do like this set. I think it's disgusting. I think it's really hard to deal with. No, it's good. Like, actually, I think that's a pretty standard set, but, like, I like it. And then we have Streamtail with Leftovers, Max HP, a little bit of defense, Max Speed. Again, feels like your pretty standard Streamtail set. Actually, no, that's not true. Like, I like the Wish and Encore. Would have liked Rocks, because you have nowhere Rocks anywhere else on this team. My other issue with this team, or with the Screamtail set, I don't like having both Dazzling Gleam and Psychic. I feel like Screamtail you only want like one damaging move. You want 3 utility moves. And by having both of those, I feel like you've limited how much utility you can bring.
Indeed, I kind of would have liked to see Protect on this set since it is a Wish set as well.
Yeah, that's if you could have swapped out like Psychic or Dazzling Gleam. Does Ben have a Dark type? So maybe Psychic. Swap out Psychic for Dazzling Gleam. I think is actually better here. And you can bring either Protect or Stuff Rocks or Thunder Wave even for cutting down Ben's like faster mobs like Volcarona. And then we have a Toxtricity set, which is Max Attack, Max Speed, with Shift Gear, Boom Burst, Overdrive, and Snarl. Interesting. I'm more like questioning that last move, you know?
I'm assuming Snarl is meant to be tech for Ghost Primate.
I guess. But that's actually...
But even then, I think you just do more with an Overdrive.
On the contrary, I think... I don't know what other people think, but I think, if you think about it, Snarl Primate on Primate actually would hurt you. Would, like, actively make the game harder for you by doing.
Oh yeah, that's probably just not a good thing to be bringing.
No, I think it's a very bad thing to be bringing. And then we have Hydrapple. Oh.
If I remember right, it is accidentally the wrong ability, right?
It is. It's Super Sweet Syrup, but I'm not even looking at that. No.
For whatever reason, I'm just really good at, like, bringing the wrong, I always bring Super Sweet on accident.
Think, Lex, you know what I'm going to say about this Hydrapple. I think you know what I'm going to say that I hate on it.
Hang on, let me take a look at the set. Is it Fickle Beam?
No, I like Fickle Beam. I like Giga.
Is it Nasty Plot?
It's Nasty Plot. I
like Nasty Plot. Hydrapple.
You want Nasty Plot?
Occasionally, yeah, I've ran it before.
I don't
it's
like
good.
it on this team when you're already so heavily specially focused. I'd rather just like a bulky check set, honestly.
Yeah, that's fair. I always ran either like Nasty Plot, Life Orb, or Assault Vest.
I feel like Assault Vest would just be so much better here. Kind of could check.
You could just run like Giga Drain, Dragon Pulse, Draco Meteor, and like Earth Power, and you're just like really happy with that every week.
Why run Dragon Pulse when you can run Fickle Beam?
I think Dragon Pulse is like 90 power, right?
85, I think.
Also, it's got more uses.
Oh.
It's got 10 versus 5.
Does Fickle Beam only have 5 uses?
Yeah, or 8. So Fickle Beam, Dragon Pulse has 16.
Yeah, you're actually right. I didn't know that. Either way, point still stands. I don't like these Nasty Plot sets with the current team. I think it really doesn't work. In fact,
I do think on this current team it's too greedy.
Yeah, exactly. That's my issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have max HP, a bit of attack investment, and then a bit of Spadef investment. Let's get into the battle. I've said my great for this team. I think this is a good lead for Ben, because I would have rather just set Stealth Rocks up, though, there. I won't lie. That's a nice little, like, miss. That felt really greedy. Like I would rather just see you go for Fiery Dance. That's not good for. Like I feel like you only go for the one Quiver Dance, right? Because you outspeed this entire team with.
I think because of the fact it went into Celesteela, the greed was a little warranted because I don't think Celesteela has a way to hit it without Air Slash.
But it does have Air Slash. But like you're also like
I know, but it's like you play that risk.
Yeah, but like you're also now putting your setup super in a position where it's going to be. Can you see it now as Leech Seed? So like, it might have Toxic. Do you want to get Toxic Leech Seeded? I don't think you do. Either way, Ninetales is now dead. Cause like look how much damage you're taking. You die this turn or next turn.
Yeah.
You do at least get another kill. Actually, thanks to the leftovers, you do live that turn. I mean, I feel like this is the most predictable Protect of all time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Free webs. And, like, I'm surprised Bacon stayed in here. Like, truthfully. Like, you know it's going to have Thunder. It's Galvantula. That's an unlucky miss, though. Because it dies, most likely. Honestly, I'm with Bacon
switches.
here, dude. Thunder miss on Fort. I feel like this is a good spot where you'd want to Volt switch out, in all honesty, on Ben's side, because now you just have to Raw switch.
Mm-hmm.
Good Raw switch, though. I think you get good Mega. You see that? I think on.
I'm surprised it didn't go for Sucker Punch because, like, it's got Encore based off that first turn.
My issue with it more is like it's got Encore. Why do you stay in? You know it's gonna go for Encore after it sees you Sword Stance, especially now that it outspeeds you. Getting those Toxic Spikes up is nice though. I won't lie.
Crazy to say, I'm still surprised. Like his Ninetales didn't have Solar Beam for the Quag.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah, you're right. That would have been such a good like turn 1.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just realizing Bacon didn't bring any hazard removal.
Yeah, that's a bit of a problem here.
Yeah.
Now your Chi was just in a worse spot.
That.
Still picking up frags though.
I don't get why you like keep Megamola in there. I mean, to be fair. I feel like you should have just gone for like the Drain Punch. It had Drain Punch, right? Yeah, I feel like you just go for the Drain Punch there, right?
There's a lot of setup.
Yeah, I will say, like, I feel like Ben, like, why are we going for the third one? I feel like Ben has now.
Yeah, the third one is excessively greedy.
I feel like he goes for like that like excessive setup at times. I don't like it.
I mean, it guarantees you kill everything, but I think you already killed everything.
Like I don't know if you needed
to
do the third one. Like I could see the second one. It's like okay, but then the third one, I'm like, that feels like too much. That's an unlucky flinch.
Yeah. So if you were like max Spadef, you would have probably lived the second one of those.
I agree. But you get.
I don't know the full calcs on it, but that's my it just matters for differential. Like really, that's like a nitpick.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Ben's even pushing like no hazard removal. I think that's my biggest question with the team Bacon brought here. I don't know
especially I think with the fish you need to be able to spin.
Yeah.
And I mean we will get into that with team changes
Bacon
in the future.
Made quite a few roster
Spoiler.
swaps. He has made 4 roster swaps.
He has used all of his FAs to make some changes.
It's done. That's it. The team he has now is his team for the rest of the season. Yeah, it looks like we had a few. We had a few roster swaps. Yeah, that was it. Who is the MVP of Ben's team?
My argument would largely be for Galvantula, probably just because getting up the webs and alongside being able to like pick up 3 of those kills feels pretty
Yeah,
meaningful.
I was gonna say the webs and like just being able to slam like several thunders is really nice.
I'll agree with it. I'll agree. Welcome to the kill board, or not kill board. Welcome to the MVP race, or MVP match of the week, or oh my god, I can't fucking speak. Mon of the match, Ben's Galvantula. All right, moving on. That's the wrong doc. Now we have Lia versus Jommy.
Interesting team.
I feel like these
They
are
run.
quite standard for the.
They're standard.
They
Yeah.
both have. Let me.
Is
Jommy did not link
I mean,
his or their
right.
their Pokepace, so we do only have Lia's, who has
I mean,
Terra Ice, Sandy Shocks, King Gambit, AV Volcanion, Leftovers, Mesprit, Fly EMZ, Mega, and Leftovers like bulky Salamence, which
alright.
feels like a standard Sandy Shock set. I'm guessing it's like the EVs are just it either lives something or kills what it needs to kill with those EVs is my guess. I do like the what's it called? I like the AV moveset on Volcanion. Brick Break is really interesting on King Gambit to me. So what did Jommy end up bringing? Flygon, Melmetal, Aromatisse, Raikou, Mega Venusaur, Melodic. Does Jommy like really have screens?
That is my conundrum here. I think you just want to go more for damage, even if screens are a potential.
Let's see. Melmetal. Not really, no. I kind of would have preferred, like, I don't know. Maybe, like, Low Kick could have been good here instead. Because there's some very heavy mons. I like this set. I would have liked Stealth Rocks on Mesprit still. I don't really. I'm curious as what Psycho Cut's for. Like, I know it hits. What's it called? Mega Venusaur super effective, which is I'm guessing what Flygon is for, or not Flygon. Mega is to like one shot. Mega Venusaur with Flying MZ is my guess. I've not been big on this Mega though. This is the third time it showed up, and I've not been sold on it so far for Leo. It's also a very interesting Salamence set. I don't know.
That is Wish Protect Salamence kind of actually like that rocks.
It is. I do feel.
I both like it, but I also don't fully like it with this team, just because I think this set of 6 could have benefited from just a little bit more physical punch.
So actually, that's what I was gonna say. Like, you look at the mons on Jar's team, and I feel like physical D-Dance Salamence actually kind of matches well up into that, doesn't it?
Yes. Now, if you did want to run Wish, I would have liked to have seen Boots on this build.
I agree.
Because if you're in Wish Protect, you don't really care about the Leftovers recovery. You just would rather have the Boots on that thing.
I fully agree.
Especially because I think your only removal is Ian Mega Defog?
Doesn't even have it.
Which also is not running
removal.
Boots, and it does not have Defog.
No removal this
Yeah,
team again.
no removal.
This
Like,
team.
you should probably have heavy duty
I don't-
Boots on at least.
I
And that's
see
my
why,
issue with Z and Mega.
But like, what is the opponent's rocker
Oh, that's
on
a
the
good
other
point,
side? I
yeah.
don't see one.
Flygon has rocks.
So I understand. Okay, yeah. But I understand
I-
why. But I do like Boots better. What you were saying before.
I'm also not big on the Tailwind on Mega for this matchup, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
Speed
Because I
boost.
feel like Jar has
It
a
doesn't have to be
mostly
obsessed
slower
into
team.
lens.
Also, Jommy does have other rockers that they did not bring, like
Dunsparce.
Dunsparce, or I believe Skuntank gets Toxic Spikes as well,
It
correct?
does, but that doesn't affect the N Mega.
Does not affect the Mega or the Ments, but it does like affect the Shocks and the Volk.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, anyways, let's get into the battle. Melodic, I think, is the King Gambit lead is a choice in my opinion. I think this is a really good swap. I think Volcanion's really good here, except for that part where it gets toxic, and also it does like no damage to Melodic.
Yeah, like Melodic can't hurt it, but it can't hurt Melodic
But
either.
that's a really
good flamethrower.
Holy shit. And
little,
and that's a really good
little
burn.
confused. I'm supposed.
Is it not a Marvel scale on Melodic? Can you check that?
I can't. I cannot check. No, it could be either. That's the thing. It could be Marvel scale or competitive. They're both good abilities.
As long as it's not Cute Charm, we are good.
I feel like Lia's is kind of like letting this thing die, which is like whatever, I guess. If it's, I don't know. It feels like it kind of died for nothing. Is my issue.
I agree. I thought it had more purpose in the game still.
This is now like, I feel like this is kind of forcing a switch, right? Or a death.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I feel like the no Iron Head kind of hurts. Also, like, yeah.
All the switching.
Questionable switches.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like you should have gone to mess with it like right away. Because now, is this really what you want to switch into?
It feels like right here. It feels like Lia doesn't know quite how to approach dealing with the.
And I think part of it is because there's no Iron Head on King Gambit. You have Iron Head on King Gambit. That's a very, very, very simple answer. Because there's no Iron Head.
Like I think bringing Pursuit on it was actually also questionable, to be honest.
I can understand why, but like actually, I will say I don't understand the Pursuit when there's not really like a specific like ghost or like psychic type you're trying to trap. If there was a mon like let's say Spectrier or Dragapult, for example, like that fast, frail mon, frail ghost type that could sweep the game. That would be a good time to Pursuit, but there's not that. I really love like Iron Head here. Even more than like Brick Break as well. Because like I feel like now you're kind of just going for a little bit of chip because you don't know. You can't safely bring anything in on this thing because it actually kind of like walls the team. Wow, yeah, Mega actually. I think this is the first match Yang Mega's done something. Oh. And it does some more! And then dies. That feels so greedy. And it is. I feel like you just kind of go Mesprit to finish it off, right? Like, go for like a U-turn or a knockoff? Yeah. That feels like King Gambit was wasted. That was lovely. Yeah, that worked out perfectly.
Is this Terra Preview?
It is Terra Preview, yes.
Yeah.
Which we can actually see. What did...
Definitely should have been cautious of that.
Flygon had Terra Steel as well, and is a Terra Captain. So I don't know why...
Maybe some predictions were happening.
But it couldn't...
Maybe they thought they were over-predicting.
Don't worry about Earth Power, you have Levitate.
Oh, that is so true, yeah.
So it's like, it's kind of a question of like...
Oh, you always Terra
Exactly,
there.
I'm really confused why you don't Terra.
I think perhaps the last spin Judgment.
Yeah, I feel like if you Terra there, it kind of like you win the game. This thing is so tanky, though. Correction, this is why you have Psycho Cut. I did not think that'd be that much damage. Jesus Christ.
I think they should have ran Zen instead of Psycho Cuts, because I think it guarantees more of a 2-hit KO.
Yeah.
I know the 10% miss, but I think that 10 base power does make a difference
that's
there.
Actually just amazing. That healing wish is so good.
Yeah.
Like, when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, wait, that's so good. Cause now,
Yeah, honestly, if Gambit was still in the game, I think Leo had an even stronger chance. But like, she takes it here anyway.
yeah, that's MVP Sandy Shocks. I think pretty open and shut. Sandy Shocks are Mesprit actually.
I would give it to Mesprit. It sort of enabled that win completely.
I agree. Unless anyone has other suggestions.
2% Mel medal with a U-turn.
Yeah, it did. No, but like I think because it had a healing wish, that is the only reason you win.
Yes, it is.
Because otherwise, this was not at a high enough health where it would have survived the Orzhov from Raikou. It also probably would have just been hard-walled by Mega Venusaur, so I'm going to say MVP Mesprit. And now we move on to the saddest match, Lex.
I like this match personally. It's one of my matches of all time.
You know what happened.
Have you not seen it?
No, I was watching this live. I just wanted to say that for dramatic effect.
I had a really good prediction turn 1. Now, granted, like I specifically was aiming for this outcome. By the way, like this was the turn 1 I was going for,
No. Well,
which is why I led with what I did, and like why I switched to what I did was because of that.
now let's talk about these mons. This is Eli versus Lex. On Ellie's team, we've got Mega Gallade, Duraludon, Rotom Heat, Mimikyu, Vaporeon, and Braviary. And on Lex's team, we have Zamazenta. I hate that thing. Typhlosion, Tinkaton.
Look, you allowed it.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. Clodsire and Necrozma. Let's look at the sets. We'll start with yours. That's the Zamazenta set. Iron Defense Substitute. My biggest concern.
I mean,
Is
but there is also EVs.
Yeah.
So Lumberry was here because there was. The Lumberry was because if you look at Ellie's team, there are like 15 billion different ways to hazard my team. And Lumberry guarantees I can get a free Iron Defense plus Substitute up.
You have 2!
I really wanted to set up on this team.
I can see that.
That's a Typhlosion set.
Yeah. I think it's a pretty standard like bulky Mandibuzz set. I like the pickpocket air balloon idea. I like that a lot actually.
It's really funny. This is the same Clodsire set and the exact same Mandibuzz that I run every week almost pretty much. Like at least EV wise.
If it ain't broke.
The Clodsire moves change slightly, but that is I have ran that Mandibuzz every week.
Spikes and Stealth Rocks.
Yeah, or like Earthquake. I think I ran Stone Edge last week. Mandibuzz sometimes runs Brave Bird, but I thought Foul Play was better.
I like Foul Play.
Because if Gallade does a Sword Stance, then Foul Play Okos it.
Lovely. So let's talk about Ellie's team, because, yeah, that's disgusting. That feels like a pretty standard Mega Gallade set. Sword Stance, Sacred Sword.
Although it is 0 attack investment.
Oh my god, you're right. Wait. Huh. I didn't
This
notice that.
This is also not the first time Ellie's done that, oddly enough. Like, I think
I guess it's bulky to guarantee the SD.
Now, to be fair, you do have like 160 attack, so it's like... I can understand why. I can understand why. I get it. I get it a little bit. I'll come back to Duraludon, because I want to talk about that actually more in detail. Rotom Heat, that's... Remember what I was just talking about with Rotom Frost earlier? Yeah. Basically the same thing. I think the overheat's really good, especially for Tinkaton, like checking it, which, yeah, we'll talk about. That feels like a pretty standard move set, although I'm not sure how I feel about the Trailblaze. If you did want a grass type, I don't know what the grass type move does hit, or if it's just for the speed boost, but like, I feel again...
It's probably just for the speed boost, because I don't really have like a lot of things that hits really well.
Yeah, Mimikyu...
And what does that hit? It hits quite literally just Lapras for super effective.
Yes, I'm not biggest on the...
Oh, and Lycanroc.
Especially because, Mimikyu isn't exactly a Pokemon that really takes advantage of like getting speed boost. It's not like it has like super high attack.
It kind of needs to get a Trailblaze and an SD up.
Yeah.
It can only really get one of those.
Is Mimikyu a Z captain for them?
No, Braviary is, which I don't like. This I'm not sold on the one attack Braviary with Z Flying Z. It's just
one attack. Yeah, what?
Brave Bird,
Huh,
it has
weird.
Bulk Up, Brave Bird, Roost, and Substitute.
Weird.
I would like to see. I mean, I get why you have Terra on Duraludon and Glaceon. I think like Terra and Glaceon is really good, but I would like to see Z off of Braviary and thrown on the Mimikyu because I think Mimikyu like kind of has to be a Z captain for the.
You have to get rid of the Terra on Glaceon then.
Can you not just get rid of Duraludon and Braviary?
Oh yeah, you would have to get rid of Duraludon and Brave. So it'd have to be like either you get rid of Duraludon and Braviary and make like Terra, Berserker, and Glaceon, and
I think Terra Berserker is absolutely real.
Yeah.
I don't think Berserker should be a tier 5.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean I do like the Terra Duraludon a lot. Let's talk
Because I believe, hang on, so Berserker, it gets what, like Tough Claws?
and Steely Spirits.
Yeah, it has Tough Claws and Steely Spirit. It's such a good Terra captain,
Could
honestly.
be, yeah. I want to talk about this Duraludon set though, because this I think is really, really a cook. This might be one of the best counters to Zamazenta in the league. Duraludon. Terra Fairy Duraludon.
With Roar.
With Roar, so yeah, exactly, so it can phase out those defense boosts. With Eviolate and max HP.
Through sub.
Through sub, exactly, instead of like with Dragon Dance. Or not Dragon Dance, Dragon Tail. Also with Terra Fairy and Heavy Metal, I believe with like it lives like max attack choice band Zamazenta heavy slams. Like it's a 2 or 3 hit KO, I think. Body Cross gives damage. I think Terra Blast is actually really nice for dealing with mons like Mandibuzz, which don't want to take a fairy special move. Because
And I'm sure it probably breaks Substitute on Zama, or at least does like a good chunk. Because I was max HP with some Spadep investment.
Yeah, no, because Duraludon does have 120 Spatak. Like it's nothing to scoff at. But you'll see what went wrong in this battle.
Very quickly, which to be fair, like this was my play.
Yeah.
I looked at like Ellie's team and I was like, I think Rotom Heat is the best lead. Yeah. How do I get Rotom Heat to click Overheat turn 1?
I will say, that's scary when you see the Terrifier Flash Fire boosted Eruption and you see it do 60% to your Vaporeon.
Now,
but I don't think
this is the biggest.
It's over.
This is, in my opinion, the biggest misplay of this initial thing is literally switching in Vaporeon.
I think yes and no. I
think just leave the Rotom in, to be honest.
I disagree. I feel like it's natural to want to switch to Vaporeon, and I don't blame them for that. I think the issue is when they then switch Vaporeon out.
Yeah, the double switch is not
bad.
Good.
That's really bad. I would have liked them to just let Vaporeon die. And
now you should go Mimikyu.
Exactly. So
all the
here's
time
what
here.
I think you do. You let Vaporeon die. You bring in Mimikyu. You go Shadow Claw to do as much damage as you can on your disguise. And then you go Shadow Sneak to do even more. So that Eruption is ruined.
Yes, exactly.
However,
they went Trailblaze.
Yeah.
And because they're adamant, it does not even outspeed.
They wouldn't outspeed anyway.
They would have. If they were Jolly, they would have.
Modest.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm modest.
No. And not going for a Shadow Sneak.
I like Shadow Claw to Shadow Sneak. I genuinely think at that point, Typhlosion's at such a low health, or like it's going to be at a health where like it's not doing like anything with Eruption then, for the rest of the battle.
Instead, it is still doing 100% to Mega Gallade.
Yeah, like I think it's a real misplay. It feels like a panic move to me where they didn't know what to do in the face of this Mon. Yeah.
And yeah. Now, however, Typhlosion because it had 0 PP, which I think was funny.
Oh, did it run
Yep,
out?
that's the only reason I had to switch. I literally ran out of
That
eruptions.
is.
And this is why the Lumberry, by the way, because look what happens this turn.
Yeah. Like, I think.
I knew that let me get a free Iron Defense up.
Because I actually will say, I think with the team they would have had, if they lost Vaporeon, and even if they lost Mimikyu to the Typhlosion, but they got the chip on it so it couldn't really Eruption, I think full health, Mega Gallade, Duraludon, Rotom Heat, and Braviary could potentially still bring it back. Or at the very least get a much lower differential. Because frankly, I think those mods are a really good check into your team.
Necrozma still do stuff though. I think the Necrozma still looks good here.
I think Necrozma does look very good. I agree, especially without Mimikyu, which is why I don't know if it's necessary. Which is why I think it's more that differential lowering. But even then, I feel like it felt like a panic move. This is MVP Typhlosion.
Yeah. I think Typhlosion is in the argument for Mon of the
I
Week
100%
of this
agree.
game.
I 100% agree.
This is basically like my Zamazenta game from week 1, where it entered the field on turn 1, did not leave until turn 10, and by that point it was a 6v1. It left literally because it ran out of... It could not,
literally.
No. Yeah.
If it had one more eruption, it won the entire game.
It's one of 3 Pokemon I think I'm considering right now for MVP of the week.
This is actually crazy too. So this is the Charblaze damage. I don't even know if the Typhlosion kills the Vaporeon at 45%.
Maybe.
I'm serious. I realized that because then it was at 86.
I was at 86. I was doing like 60%.
It did 55 turn 1, right?
It did 61.
I'm pretty sure.
No, it did 60.
61.
Oh, because it had leftovers. Okay. It's probably like a roll, I'm guessing then.
Uses I don't know. I'm not going to do the calculation right now, but like it's still a lot of damage.
Hang on, let me... So I was... what was the Vaporeon, like, Calx? Can you pull that up?
45. Oh, it was max defense. That's the other thing. It was a max defense Vaporeon, max defense.
Okay, it was 252 bold. And it was at...
Which actually, that's another thing. I think I would have preferred for this match to have, like, specially defensive Vaporeon, physically defensive Duraludon.
And you were at 86, right, with Typhlosion?
Yeah.
Or am I just making up numbers? Yeah, okay.
No, that's correct.
Because that's your second play, I feel like, if you let Mimikyu die.
And what was I at, 86%?
Yes.
Yeah.
So 86, it is still a guaranteed OHKO.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, no.
Damn.
And it still does minimum 68%.
Yeah. Again, I think they simply
Sheesh.
messed up with the moves.
Oh wait, that's specs. Hang on.
Oh.
Guaranteed 2 hit. I was doing 45 to it, so it was a 2. Was it at 45 or what was it at?
45.
It was at 45. So yeah.
Okay, it was a. I did minimum 45.6.
Okay, yeah. No, again, I think the turns of Mimikyu, they were just used incorrectly. I think it's absolutely comebackable with Mimikyu, but yeah. Man, that was painful to watch in real time because I was like, okay, yeah, this still come back. You can still make a comeback. I'm gonna leave Poke versus Hannah to the end because I think that's like the match. Frankly, it was also the last match we finished, so it feels right to finish on. And that's the big one I want to talk about afterwards. So let's go. We'll move on to Siah versus Pho. It's not been a good start for Siah. In fact,
let's see how the Mega Sceptile does this week.
In fact,
Mega Sceptile.
In fact, I would say Siah's quite literally had the worst possible start you could have, being 0-12 at the end of week 2.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, let me find. Siah's team. So let's look at the ones they first brought. Pho has brought Roaring Moon, Florges, Zapdos, Iron Treads, Clawitzer, and Espathra. Siah has brought Sceptile, Tartanator, Darkrai, Scizor, Electivire, and Galarian Stunfisk. First of all, let's look at Pho's team. I'm curious as to why Roselli Berry saying Siah doesn't have a fairy type. In fact, his only fairy type is Terra Fairy Turtonator.
Maybe for that, maybe.
Does Darkrai get
No.
Dazzling
I don't
Gleam?
think so.
Okay.
We're
I will say, I love the Clawitzer Terra Dragon here. I think it's a very great mon. Maybe it's Devin just getting to me because he loves that
No,
mon.
I agree, especially
But it
with
looks really
with,
good
Mega
in this
Sceptile.
match.
I agree. Into Mega Sceptile, into Turtonator. No, Siah got rid of his third dragon, that's right. I think his Spathra looks really good here, especially with his policy store power.
Disgusting.
Yeah. I think Zapdos is pretty nice, as like especially with that like semi-bulkier, like supportive set almost. I like the Scarf Treads, especially with Ice Spinner, because you're on outspeed Mega Sceptile, which is the fastest thing on Siah's team. I think the Fortress set's really interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It feels a little whack. I don't dislike it. I'm not sure if I like it though. If that makes sense, I'm neutral on it.
Yeah, why citrus over leftovers?
Yeah, good question. Now let's look at Siah's team, which thank God he didn't use a certain move, or else he would have had to forfeit.
Oh,
Yeah.
that second move.
Mm-hmm. So we've got Mega Sceptile with a Timid with Giga Drain, Hidden Power, Dragon Pulse, and Energy Ball. Giga Drain and Energy Ball, people. Yeah, Hidden Power is banned, so if Siah had used Hidden Power, he would have had been forced to FF. We have Toxic Substitute, Dragon Pulse, and Flamethrower, Turtonator, Terra Fairy. With Rocky Helmet, I don't like substitute sets without leftovers. Except for on, like, specific Pokemon. I'm not really that sold on it. It feels a little, like, not good to me. Like, I feel like...
Does Rocky Helmet even work if you're behind a substitute?
No, it doesn't trigger.
Hmm.
Wait.
Why do I see X?
I was just about to
Darkrai.
say that.
Then
What the... What?
Huh?
He ran hasty because of that too.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Darkrai gets one shot by, like, anything that lives a hit. Like, so...
Yeah, that is true.
But, like...
I...
What?
What is that doing there?
Yeah, I didn't even... I didn't...
That's funny.
Oh my god.
Hopefully it's not for a Spathra. Please say that's not for a Spathra when you have a Dark Pulse.
Yeah, oh my god. Oh, that's... God, I don't even know what to say about it.
You have Stab, Dark Pulse. Everything you would want to hit with a bug type move, you just hit with a dark type move.
What about grass types? No, also the Shadow Ball.
Sorry, do you see a grass type on that
also
team?
Shadow Ball. Why do you have Shadow Ball? Everything that you would hit with Shadow Ball, you'd be able to hit with dark type moves.
I would have liked to have seen Focus Blast, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Pho's only dark type we want is Mega Banette. I would like to see like Ice Blast or Ice Beam or like or like maybe like Focus Blast. Sludge Bomb could have been really good for Forgis.
Yeah.
The Scissor set. Yeah, that's. I would have liked U-turn.
Quick attack of a bullet when you have bullet punch as a choice.
Yes. Those first two moves are fine. Don't know what dual wing beat's there for, but it looks fine.
I feel like
You do not run Trailblaze on a choice set.
Yeah.
Nothing is weak to flying, so yeah, why is dual wing beat there?
You just click bullet punch like I think every turn. Looks like. I do like the Galarian Stunfisk
Oh,
set,
wait,
though.
hang on. I'm seeing now. He said, I meant to put fucking X... I didn't mean to put X scissor on it. I meant to put it... Or on it, I went for another move. I forgot which, but I thought it on by accident.
Okay, yeah.
That makes more sense. I thought he was talking about scissor when he said that, because frankly, I didn't bother to look at his paste. I didn't want to hurt myself. Okay, that makes more sense. Maybe, like... Yeah, oh my god. Maybe... What did he mean to go for then, I wonder? What?
Maybe on the team builder if they can move above.
That's exactly what
Like
I'm
scissor?
doing right now. What is right above X-Scissor? Will-O-Wisp! That's probably what he meant to bring.
Okay, that would have at least made sense
Yeah.
when you're dealing with like a roaring move.
No, I could
Yes.
see that a bit more. Okay. Yeah, okay. Still, like...
At least I hope I hope that they were going for Will-O-Wisp instead of Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
I think Galarian Stunfisk set is fine. I actually like it in this match.
I kind of would have preferred Leftovers and Rocky Helmet. Again, just...
Oh, it has sub.
Exactly.
And, okay. Never mind.
There's no attacking move.
Yeah, again, as I'm saying, I feel like, especially in draft, you
Yeah.
want to have at least, like, one move where you can, like, consistently do damage. Like, that's why, like, a lot of tanks I like, or, like, a lot of, like, physical walls I like body press, Nightshade such, like, Seismic Toss for other ones, just, or even, like, Scald on, like, your bulky waters, even if they have, like, no stack investment, just because it gives you something and you don't get stuck where it's like, ah, fuck, I lose, I can't hurt it, I can't hurt anything.
Could have had Reflect type.
Don't, God, don't. No, Brady, he brought it week 1.
Yeah, he brought it week 1.
Because I was talking about Reflect type not too long ago. Just today, actually.
I don't know how I feel about the Electivire set. I don't get why Thunder Punch over Wild Charge.
You always run Wild Charge.
Or Supercell. It gets Supercell.
Don't run Supercell. Never. I just have Terra Electivire in another league, and it's been doing so much work for me. It is like such a good mon.
This is Terra Electivire.
I just don't think you bring Choice Scarf much. I love AV. I think AV looks much better with like these moveset.
Especially when it gets Trailblaze.
Yes, exactly. And then you can count on motor drives. You can always just switch on opposing electric types.
There is.
Does Fel have one?
Zapdos, which again, that's another thing I dislike about this team is you have so many Pokemon that counter electric types, but you have nothing that can really like take advantage of that. You have no like Gyarados or something. Like you have Toxapex.
In fact, this team is so anti-electric that no one's ever going to bring an electric type into it.
Yeah, funny you say that, Maggie.
Yeah.
Anyways, enough making fun of Siah. We'll do that more later when we talk about the teams. Let's get into the match. Yeah. Oh, that's a good yawn. Hey, imagine if he had leftovers here, right? Wouldn't that be crazy? He would survive that?
I think you still die, but like at least you.
So imagine if you could like heal up
threatened it
behind
to
Substitute.
Turn for Shell Smash, right?
It
Imagine
is-
what for Shell Smash right there.
Hi, Deku. I will say that did like less actually than I thought it would, because like Sleepwizard does not have a lot of special defense. I would be
24, damn.
Also, these Toxics are, that did a lot less than I thought it would, frankly. Wait, I mean I know it's bulky Zapdos.
What? Is he adamant?
Yes.
And he's adamant.
I mean, part of it is also just simply
Jeez.
Ice Punch is like negative damage. I feel like you just go Flamethrower, right? Or you go Substitute again, which again,
That would have been a really good moment for a Shell Smash, though.
with no leftovers, I really dislike the sub.
Doing damage.
Oh my god. Yeah, can you imagine if that was doubled from Shell Smash? Wait, Quick Attack paying off work already? Oh.
Oh. That's a good crit.
Except it's still like
Crit was nice.
it's still healing up more than you're dealing.
Wasting PP
Yeah,
on Roost.
no, you're what down to like 4 PP already. Wait. Oh my god, 3 roosts left.
I would switch here though.
Yep.
He switches.
And bye bye Turtonator. Nope, over it's still asleep.
We're just going in a loop.
Yeah, I think you need to double there, expecting Fortress. It's coming on like 3 times, right? Already?
Or go for like a toxic even. I think you just feed this thing to the wolves, like.
This thing doesn't have EQ, because this mon gets EQ.
It has Brick Break.
Yeah, EQ's just better here.
Is he going for Rapid Spin? No. Oh wait, he doesn't have Rapid Spin. He had no hazard removal as well.
Yeah, just let this thing die.
Bye-bye.
I don't... Why not just...
I'm assuming that was a moment where Sai was like, oh, I have a move on Darkrai for this. Oh, wait, I don't have the move.
Maybe it was Sludge Bomb, yeah.
Yeah. He's getting some good roost crits though.
And now we're back to this.
But hey, is Pho out of roosts now? Pho's
Says
one
that,
more.
One left.
Hey, listen to that. That's scary, nasty plot. That's a good toxic hit. And that's... Hang on. Ladies and gentlemen. Turn 35 of week 3. Siah Stone gets his first kill.
Hey, Darkrai's beating the fraud allegations,
Yeah,
right?
where's the...
Right?
Oh, Lex left for a minute. Aw.
We gotta find the Darkrai apology form.
And actually gets a second kill. I feel like Pho made that switch expecting the Sludge Bomb. So, in a way, because Siah built really poorly, it worked out.
It's crazy to say.
I'm gonna dip. Have fun with the rest of the VOD reveals.
See ya.
Have a good
Alright,
one.
later.
Take care.
You were about to say, Brady?
No, I was an idiot. I forgot it had a dark, nasty plot up.
Oh.
It said, would you rather just calm mind, so you get the weakness policy, but it doesn't matter. Definitely made the right play. I was just a little dumb there for a second.
Now it's over, yeah. That... what even won... Also, Roar Moon and Clockser never hit the field. That was a 4v6.
Yeah, I was praising the plot so much.
Oh.
Yeah, that's sad.
I want to say Zapdos.
It's difficult to really call... It's difficult to really call anything a MVP, per se, because it feels like, while Zapdos was on the field a lot, it felt like it was causing a very passive game state.
What I was gonna say is I was gonna say
3 kills.
I was gonna say Zapdos because it did get that toxic on Darkrai. It made sure Darkrai couldn't run away with the game.
True.
That's my thought process at least.
I'll give it to either or.
To either Darkrai or Spathra.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think a Spathra did a decent work at the end, just finish everything that need to. But I think Zapdos is fair here. It's 8 roosts more important.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I don't know. I feel like Zapdos, like Spathra, kind of just did a cleanup. Like it didn't really. Like you can't tell me,
Zapdos is more the enabler.
Yeah, realistically, like Roaring Moon could have probably done the exact same thing. Is my thought process at least, because like everything was pretty low already. Actually, never mind. Mega Sceptile was at full health, but either way, I still feel like Zapdos was just the more core Pokemon to that win. Jesus Christ, 7 fucking boosts. Alright. Moving on, we have Parker versus Nate. And let's see, they did their battle pretty early, so let's see if they put Pokepace.
Deer came to play.
I don't know if either of them posted their paste. Yeah, it looks like it. Neither of them have posted their paste. Okay. We're going pretty blind into this. So, Nate has brought Primarina, Magnetric, Ogerpon Hearthflame, Ursaluna, Cursula and Armaldo. Parker has brought Houndstone, Mega Diancie, Bombardier, Tentacruel, Gigalith, and Garchomp. And yeah, I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out because we have no Pokeface.
This is Mega Manetric, right?
No, it's regular Manetric. That's a great turn one from Parker.
Okay.
Forcing to have to go to Rolf Switch, especially when you look at that Earthquake damage. And with no flying type here, yeah, you just go for the Earthquake. Something has to die.
Oh, better than a nice beam play.
Yeah.
Shadow Ball looks like it's done a lot of damage to something.
Yeah. That's good Meteor Beam damage. I feel like Tentacruel dies here, right? Yeah. Oh, no.
Dang, yeah.
Okay, now Tentacruel...
Probably like a max Spadaf.
I mean, yeah, Tentacruel does actually... What am I saying? Tentacruel has, like, really high Spadaf. Unfortunately, Cursula has, like, 0 defense. I'm also surprised not to see Boost for your spinner. But that's a great switch to Houndstone. Parker actually played that. Parker's been playing really well recently. I think it's kind of a mistake from Nate to keep Armaldo in because you know you gotta get rid of those Toxic Spikes, right? I think I get a good kill from Manetric. I would like to see Manetric come in earlier. By Manetric. Oh yeah, it is.
Let's it die.
Scarf Garchomp. Actually, Brady, I'm pretty sure it's the exact same Garchomp set that I used against you in GTL.
Ah, what a travesty.
Scarf Garchomp's like actually really good. I really like Scarf Garchomp.
Really
I
good.
dig the bulk up.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Oh shit, this is my
Oh,
bad.
hey Parker,
I
yeah.
didn't realize. I just wanted to see what was going on in here.
Yeah, we're doing our vlog.
How you guys were all doing.
Oh, we're doing good. Yeah, we're watching you right now. I was just saying you've been playing really well. Never mind. There goes Diancie. But there goes Nurse
Yeah,
Luna here, and I remember this set. It's over. It's officially over.
Yeah.
Chat. Because Gigalith just blows up, and that's game.
I don't think I needed to use Explosion.
No.
It's the safer play, I guess.
Okay, but it's like callback to how many times you were exploding Regieleki in like season 1.
True. There's another league I'm in. I drafted Registeel, Rock, and Ice, and I've been using Explosion every single game in all 3 of them.
So I'm actually going to have a
Let's
weird
go.
pick for MVP for this battle. Or my nominee, I guess. And that's Houndstone.
I would agree with that. I could see that. What do you think Garchomp
I-
had a lot of offensive pressure in
Yeah,
that?
I can see Garchomp. It's Garchomp or Houndstone for me. I like the Houndstone because I think it denying the rapid spin but I think that part of that might have also just been
There
the
is
way Nate.
there is
kept
one
it in.
key thing I want to point out though. I feel like Tentacruel also deserves a slight nod for getting the spikes up in the first place.
That is true, actually. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Because I think if Ursaluna gets off the burn from like a Flame Orb here, I think it's actually a lot more scarier in this endgame scenario.
Yeah, I mean, how much damage did it take from?
I think it still potentially just dies to most things, but like it has more longevity.
Yeah, because it's going to be up another 20% here. Yeah, it doesn't die here. It's got it gets another turn, which actually I might dig the Tentacle because here's the thing: if Ursaluna's burned, so that's the thing is that do you give it to Tentacruel for setting up the Toxic Spikes, or Houndstone for denying the removal? I guess. Because here's the thing, if the spikes are if Ursaluna's burnt, It's alive when Gigalith comes in. I mean, to be fair, actually, you probably just send Garchomp in here then.
It provokes Garchomp to come in, and then at least Ogerpon gets a chance to take out Garchomp.
Yeah, I guess it would just made the differential a bit closer, because this is sturdy Gigalith with Explosion.
Got his one.
What was that, Brady? I could quite hear you.
Yeah, my bad. I'm a little quiet sometimes. I said Gigalith got his one.
Gigalith did get its one.
It did get us one.
It actually technically got its two.
But yeah, I do agree that it is definitely between like Tentacruel or Houndstone. So it really depends on if we put it on the Seta or the one that prevented them from going away.
I guess we can ask you, Parker. What are your thoughts? Which one do you think it was more crucial in the battle, in the victory?
Oh boy. I think I'll give it to Houndstone, because I'll admit, like, in my mind, obviously Toxic Slice is like good. It's just OP. You can never go wrong with them. And so I felt like that was kind of just the obvious play to do. I always want to those up, and I feel like denying it is the even better play. You know,
Right.
Denying Nate from Rapid Spin.
I think also just the fact that you have that. It also not only does it keep them up, it gets rid of Armaldo, which means that it's given that pressure. Part of that might be a misplay from Nate from not either A, not having heavy duty boots on Armaldo, or B, not switching out. But no, I can get behind the Houndstone. I think it's a good dog. It did a good job.
Yeah, and everyone that was helping me build, besides you, Julia, they're like, our model's not a problem, man. You don't gotta worry about it. I'm like, but the rapid spin, the rapid spin. I don't care if it's built on twigs and stones. It clicks rapid spin. What I'm gonna do?
Yeah, that's the mental. You respect the spin.
I respect this spin. I don't care if it's the worst thing on his team. He has a rapid spin. That's terrifying.
I like that. Also, I mean, either way as well, with like that that fluffy set, it kind of just counters Armaldo anyway. Like Armaldo can't realistically has to switch out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for joining us for watching your battle.
It wasn't even intentional. I really was just curious on what everyone was doing. I'll stay for the rest this time.
Okay.
Is Violet, Maggie, and Andro Guy next?
We're going back to Poke and Hannah because we think that's an important battle. I would say that one for last. Anyways, moving on to Violet versus Maggie, and this battle to me felt like the most, I guess, for lack of a better word, like I didn't know. I had no idea who was going to win going into this, and like watching this, I was like on edge of my seat. Like I did not know. Like, oh yeah, it felt so back and forth. Is what I'm basically saying. So let's talk about the teams.
Like even as the one that played it, this was like one that could have gone so many different ways based on decisions made.
I agree. I think this was a very good one. Very good battle. Like I think like this one and like Lia and Jommy are like I think two of my favorite battles. This Lia and Jommy and Poke and Hannah are probably like the three best battles this week. So let's go through the teams. You have brought Pelipper, Mega Swampert, Heliolisk, Miltank, Gengar, and Kope. That is the Pelipper set. I think the only thing that like
there was just literally no reason to go anything else.
Yeah, it's like the only other things usually change is like maybe like bringing like like Hurricane's like nice stab to have, but like sometimes you might want like Defog or Tailwind in its place, or in Scald or in Roost's place as well. Again, depends on what you're running. I'm curious for the Brick Break. Why Brick Break?
Okay. So the one thing on Violet's team that encouraged me to bring Brick Break was the fact that the main things that I need Swampert to threaten all are able to live and fuck it over if Klefki is able to set up screens.
Oh, good point. Yeah, Klefki. No, okay, I can see that. Actually, I like it. Yeah, I don't think you need like bulk up or anything for this battle. I dig the Heliolisk. One thing actually with your team, I really like about Heliolisk, and is Life Orb. And let me explain why. As long as Pelipper's alive and you can have Rain, if Heliolisk theoretically can negate the damage from Life Orb when it's in Rain because of Dry Skin.
Mm-hmm. The entire mentality.
I think Glare is phenomenal. Weather Ball, great coverage. Yeah, I think Terra Electric's good here. Really lets you counter Suicune. I like this Miltank set. Only thing I'm a bit unsure about is the Scrappy. Does Violet have a ghost type?
So that was literally because I thought Miss Magius was coming.
I see. I was checking. I was like, wait, does Violet have a ghost type? Okay, yeah, because I feel like if you wanted that like Chen Pao counter, like Thick Fat would have been really good because that could help deal with like Harkonine. I like this bulky set. I really like the Chopple because, as I say, as the person who suggested it to you, because it lets you like hard wall, not just Chen Pao, but also the option to deal with like Terra Normal Heracross. I like the Gengar set. Trick is a funny little gimmick. I think you got some good moves to deal with like port threats. Actually, is anything weak to Psychic? Oh.
So Psychic was mainly if Psychic was a call for freaking, I believe, just the fighting types. Realistically,
or not Heavy Heroes.
Realistically, if I had known Virizion was coming, I would have just put Sludge Wave on instead.
Oh, wait, you didn't have Sludge Wave. Yeah, you had Focus Blast. Okay. Alright, yeah, that makes sense. I get it. Yeah, I think Sludge Wave would have been good. And I like this Comfey set a lot. I think it's really nice and lovely support. Because is Aromatherapy boosted in priority from Triage?
It's a great question. I have no idea.
Killing move. It's not gonna list them, is it? No. Let's see. Let's have a list. No, it's not. Wow, that's a lot of moves learned by Pokemon that get triage that are affected. It's not. But either way, I still think Aromatherapy is really good. Especially when you see, like, Toxic Spikes, Thunder Wave, Toxic, common moves for those three Mons. I think it's really good to have.
Especially Suicune and Skull
and
Bones.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I like it. Alright, on to Violet's team, we have...
And Comfey is also has just enough speed to outspeed a neutral Suicune no matter what.
Interesting. Oh, I like that. Let's talk about this Chen Pao set, because I think Chen Pao is like the highlight, the coup de grace, the centerpiece of Violet's team. Man, I think Chen Pao just really needs to have boots. I don't like Ice Shard or Choice Band. It doesn't feel reliable to me. I'm guessing that those speed EVs let it outspeed max speed Tornadus T. Yeah, because there's no way it outspeeds Mega Swampert. It would need Scarf, which might not have been terrible. That feels like a pretty...
it doesn't really get to contend, though. Based on calcs, it just is negligible damage.
Yeah. That feels like a pretty standard Suicune, like, bulky set, except for Iron Head. Hello?
Bro, what are they cooking?
I guess it lets you deal with Comfey, kinda, but I'm not big on it. That...
Toxic?
What was that?
I said, don't you just Toxic on Comfey?
Yeah, good point. You would just Toxic.
Anyway?
Yeah, I'm not big on that Iron Head. I feel like any other, like, move, like, Calm Mind could have been really good there. That feels like a pretty much, like, your standard, like, Guts Facade, Terra Normal, Trailblaze, Sleeper set for Heracross. You have Close Combat for Stab, Earthquake for damage, Trailblaze for speed, and Facade for that like Terra stab damage, because it's going to do a lot. Very apt Verizian name. I think Aura Sphere, Leaf Storm, yeah, you got your stabs. I think the bulk's interesting. I'm guessing it outspeeds specific things. I don't know what it outspeeds with those EVs because it is Scarf. And then you have Toxic. I think Violet was saying... I remember hearing Violet say like she couldn't figure out the 4th move because it gets like no coverage moves. I feel like Toxic's not bad to have.
Actually, I like Future Sight on either of the Slow Kings.
Yeah, I like the Toxic. I like Chilly Reception, obviously. I think the Black Sludge is a nice move here. Not the biggest fan of the Shadow Ball. I mean, I'm guessing it's to threaten Gengar, but as you just said, like Future Sight could have been really good there as well. And that feels like a pretty standard Prankster Klefki set. I do actually agree with Toxic over Thunder Wave, especially when the main threat is Mega Swampert, which can't be Thunder Waved. Yeah. Any other thoughts on the team? Or teams, I should say.
I like my team.
Alright, let's jump into the battle, because this was a long one, it felt. I don't know why Bacon is saying he needs Miltank to get it 6.
I got lunch midway through this battle.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty obvious, like, U-turn, a pretty safe U-turn. I'm assuming Liquidation was a kill there.
Yeah.
That's a very lucky Toxic miss. Also, does Violet have a ground type? Also, that's...
let me double check. I don't think she does.
She has Piloswine. No, Piloswine would have been awful here. Wait, what am I saying? Ground type with, like, when Mega Swampert exists?
Yeah.
Instantly, I feel like you get to see...
The Trailblaze right there was a great check on her part.
Yeah, she's trying to figure out, are you Body Press or Sap Sipper? Phenomenal milk drink. Like,
Yes.
you know it's going to die. Just heal back up.
And I know I live, so like, yeah.
Interestingly enough, it means that Mega Hair, or that, why do I keep saying Mega? That Heracross just basically kills itself. I like that you changed weather. I will say, getting rid of Heracross, I think, is actually really good, because, in all honesty, I think it's the most scary thing on Violet's team.
I agree. It was the scariest thing in prep, especially.
Because you just don't know what it's going to do. I'm assuming you go... Yeah, Volt Switch is really good here, because you go into Swampert and you just threaten with Earthquake, right? Yeah, so you force Suicune back out, and you get good chip. Let's see that chip. Look at that chip. Now you can't stay in. I think the Scald's a really good move from Violet here because she knows you can't stay in.
Yeah, I can't risk it.
Or she can't, or like yeah, you can't risk it. But also just brain boosted Scald. It's going to do a lot of damage. And we get the best turn of all time.
Handshake. Low-key though, actually
Yeah,
perfect because it let me reset and get that, and the unfortunate miss there.
If I'm not mistaken, that resets the like choice, doesn't it? Because it's a new choice item.
Yep.
I will say I like the switch of Gengar. I like the keeping Gengar alive here. I think keeping Gengar alive is really good for your late game. Just because it gives you that like sack potential. And
this is like one of the most important turns of the game.
Key. You have 5 Pokemon status all gone. It's actually phenomenal.
That's a crazy move, actually. That's a crazy turn.
Yeah, I think going for the Roostier is good. You know it's going to Chilly Reception out. And out comes Chimpao. I'm surprised. Actually, wait, no, that's right. This thing is chonky. And I guess now that, like, kind of lets you, like, scout for item, because you can calc for damage.
And that was also the fun part of, since I was able to scout that it was banded.
Yeah.
Like, this play is absolutely phenomenal. Focus blast never punished.
Hit 2 in a row. Go fucking play the lottery. I like the pellet. That is unlucky. Full pair.
That is just. I'm lucking out this game. I luck out way too much on some of these.
Go buy a lotto card. Like, actually. Again, keeping Pelipper alive is good just for the end game, where like you can then get that like last rain for Mega Swampert do like its last push. I think I see the plan here. You're sacking it so it goes into a bad move. Except you don't have to sacky it because you lock it into choice of its suboptimal move. And if I'm not mistaken, because of that, excellent. No notes. Like,
I misclicked.
I'm assuming you meant to go for Shadow Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, still, that's perfect. You've put Slowking in probably what is probably the worst item it could have. Or one of the worst items it could have. Good kill for Miltank. Yeah, I think Violet kind of like sees.
And then I continue to luck out here.
Yeah. No, lucking out would have been the like, yeah, unfortunately doesn't even begin to describe Violet's series. Like, it has actually been, luck was not on her side for this battle.
I'm sort of just content to keep spamming in here.
Because at the if this thing dies, you can just go into, like, what's it called? You can go into Pelipper, and like Pelipper can set up Rain and then win. And that's just, like, that taunt is actually phenomenal. Because like I know it would have been good, and that's game. No, that's game. It doesn't matter. It's over.
It's pretty much, I know if Pelipper dies, it doesn't matter, because Pelipper dying is actually more optimal.
Yeah. I like that taunt, genuinely, because it still gets the rain up, because you're going to force a switch out if it were to get it. Unlucky burn!
Doesn't matter at this
really
point,
doesn't.
though.
I mean, that's an unlucky para. I'm assuming that Violet was going for Protect, seeing as she went faster. And, yeah, you're faster, so... Well played. Well played. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not giving it to Mega Swampert.
Oh, no way. It's between Miltank or Comfey.
I think it's Comfey.
Absolutely.
I think it's Comfey too, for that one turn.
The aromatherapy and the taunt at the end, I think those solidify the win. The aromatherapy, because like if you have all those toxics and that burn, I mean Gengar is dead with that burn. It doesn't get to do the trick stuff it does, which is actually, I was gonna say that trick stuff could be like part of why I nominate Gengar even. Mega Swamp is like in a Spatho situation where like it did clean up at the end, but it was kind of going to do that anyway. Like,
yeah. Meanwhile, every other mon just support and it so well to get to this point. And Comfey with that aromatherapy literally, like turn 21 is such a game-changing turn that it's so hard to overlook.
Yeah, like, look, Comfey is gone. Comfey loses its poison. Miltank loses its poison. Gengar loses its burn. Pelipper loses its poison. Heliolisk loses its poison. That might be like unwinnable status at that position if you don't get rid of it. I think the fact that you get rid of it is so crucial to winning because everything is healthy again. Gengar is able to come in and kill and block the Chien-Pao. All of these Pokemon. Pelipper is able to come in later and get the rain back up more and more and doesn't have to worry about its health as much. I don't think Helios comes back out in the battle, so that one doesn't really matter as much. Miltank's able to do more shit without worrying about his health. That aromatherapy is game winning. This is the point where you win in my eyes. because all of the pressure that Violet has built up goes away in one turn. So I'm gonna say MVP Config.
Head of the table, baby.
Head of the table.
Yeah, I'd give it to Config too.
All right, we've got I think 2 battles left.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's do Andro versus Guy.
Welcome, Pho.
How late am I?
We've got 2 battles left, but then we're going over the struggling rosters.
Alright.
We've done your battle already, I'm afraid.
That's fine.
Yes, we've got Guy versus Andro, and then after that we'll have Poke versus Hannah. So let's see. Did Guy and Andro post their Pokey pastes?
I think they both posted images.
Guy posted an image. Andro did nothing. Oh, hey, that's readable. Thank you. Unlike Bacon's. So let's go over teams. Andro has brought Heatran, Slowking, Titan, Mega Altaria, Morpeko, and Lando Incarnate. And not Pho. Guy has brought Bisharp, Starmie, Licky Licky, Runerigus, Togekiss, and Kyurem. I don't like that Kyurem set.
Why is there DD?
Let's see the Kyurem.
Scale shot is better.
Yeah, I feel like Scale Shot would be better if you did want to go like special and get that speed boost.
DD just feels weird.
I know why you want the speed boost. I get why. Just I don't like it.
And like I can sort of get it over Scale Shot because I think Scale Shot is more unreliable if you're.
It is 90% accuracy.
Doesn't Scale Shot only give you the boost if you get 4 or 5
hits? No, it always gives the boost.
It's 100%.
It always gives the boost.
As long as you hit.
90% accuracy.
But I suppose you don't want to jeopardize your defense.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I just like it more because you do. It's set up on an attack, like.
Reflect type. I'm sorry. Ooh.
Wait, Reflect type is there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can see a few
baby!
mons on Andrew's team where could really work against him though, especially like Titan, getting that like snow boost. I like the Bisharp set. I think that's actually really terrifying. I dig the Licky Licky set actually. I also dig the Togekiss set. Like I like the Defog and the Scarf and the moves you've chosen. That's a pretty basic. Okay, I don't know how I feel about the Shadow Claw on Runerigus. Maybe I would prefer like I think does it get Poltergeist?
Yes, it gets Pult.
Oh.
I would have preferred to see
Pult or even like Body Press. If you're gonna like do defense investment. But yeah, let's get into the battle. I think Runerigus is like a very predictable start, so I kind of don't like. Oh, never mind. I do like to start a lot. Especially if you've gone with like a special Mega Altaria set, I think that burn means nothing to you. In fact, I think you'd rather get burned than get badly poisoned or poisoned in general.
Spikes is so free here. Jeez. Especially because they don't have they don't have a poison type in general.
Yeah, no. Oh, wait, yeah. Yeah. Also, yeah, I think that at least tells you that this is scarfed. That. Oh no, it doesn't tell you.
That feels.
It doesn't tell you it's scarfed. And that could have been a speed tie. That tells you it's scarf though.
Hmm.
Yeah. I feel like I don't like the Will-O-Wisp here that much. I feel like Flash Cannon's pretty, or even like a fire type move is really good.
Yeah, that's the right play. Sacking Bruno Rodriguez here.
That's a good Scald though. Scald's like pretty safe because it's like nothing. It's like Slowking is the only thing on the scene that really wants to take a Scald. And now he's going to get out of there. Yeah, I think like going to Lando is really, really safe here. I feel like you go... Yeah, I think he's protecting the Togekiss switch.
Oh, I love the Cloud9.
Oh, I didn't even think about
for the
that.
snow.
Yeah.
That is some smart thinking.
Cooked. I think the Aura Sphere is an interesting move.
Which prediction,
You're
yeah.
locked into it now. I feel like
Yeah, then now.
U-turn's good here. That also tells you this is not Life Orb Lando, though. That's an unlucky miss. Really unlucky. I'm surprised by the raw switch, but I actually kind of dig it here. Except here we go. Here we go. 1.
Oh no.
2.
2.
3. Yep.
Oh no.
Okay, switches.
Gives up on the 4th.
Dad, he can't click Reflect type because Slowking is on
Same time.
Starmie half the time.
Yeah, natural cure. Scald does good damage. Alright. Is that 5?
That was number 4.
4. Oh, so I mean, Starmie's in such a good position here now. I feel like look at these health bars and look at what Pokemon are left. Yeah, Titan comes in. That did a lot less than I expected it to.
Good chip.
I mean, it dies. Oh no, it's got Protect. I think this is a good swap.
Good switch. I feel like you just
Weather Ball.
HP.
I think I know. Like, I think at this point it's game, especially after that Swords Dance. Yeah, you Terraflying, but you live. You para. You die to poison. Look at that fucking damage. Yeah. Yeah, Mega, or not Mega, Bisharp's a pretty good Pokemon. Did a really good job of cleaning that up.
Yeah.
I think the poison was so crucial as well, especially with losing more Pekko that early. So you can't rapid spin away the toxic bugs.
Yeah, that's true. That was a big misplay with a more Pico. It's just crazy to me how much Bisharp's fallen, like, tier-wise. I remember in Gen 6 days, it was like a tier 1.
Honestly.
And now it's all the way down here with the Eviolite.
See, the thing is, I still think it's really, really good. Like, you could probably make it tier 2.
Yeah, me too.
I think just the issue is it's so outclassed just by the fact that Kingambit exists.
Yeah.
The fact that there's Kingambit there, it's like, okay, bye Bisharp.
Terra helps it so much. You can just see with the Terrafly. It was a game changer this game. Because then, Lando could do nothing back to it.
Is it MVP Bisharp? I don't know about that. I think it's either Bisharp, Starmie, or Togekiss.
I think it's on Starmie.
I would say
Starmie contributes so much to this game overall.
Togekiss did not miss a flinch.
You're right.
So, that could be a reason.
Togekiss.
No, but like, overall, I wouldn't give it to Togekiss. It's like no fun.
Starmie again, then.
I'd give it to Bisharp at the end. At the end, it was kind of like even. I feel like it can go to it could go to Togekiss at the end of the day. It's what
I
your
kind of
guys'
like the
opinions
Bishop
are.
just because I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know if it doesn't clean up without Terra, because I feel like Kyurem could be in danger.
I think that's very dependent on if. What did the Lando have?
We don't know. Oh no, it didn't have anything for it. What am I kidding? It's probably got like Earth Power in its last move.
It would have had to have been running like Focus Blast to even hit Kyurem for super effective.
Focus Blast. It does, which would have one-shot it if it hit, but.
EQ, right? It's probably his last move anyway.
I mean, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm down for like Bisharp as the nod here as well.
Yeah, I feel like just because Bisharp kind of did a really good job of cleaning up, especially with that Terra.
Nice Terramon.
Very good Terramon. All right, moving on. We got one battle left.
Last battle of the week.
Then, yep. So we have Poke versus Hannah. And on Hannah's team, we have Torkoal, Hatterene, Great Tusk, Mega Houndoom, Walking Wake, and Venusaur. Why did I skip Venusaur? And then we have Poke's team of Iron Valiant, Jellicent, Hypno, Flareon, Garganacl, and Mega Sharpedo. Let's start with Poke's sets because, oh my god.
Yeah, can we talk about Garganacl?
Sturdy over Purifying Salt with Substitute Rain Dance. Oh, so I will say, in hindsight, hearing his opinion after the battle, where it's like, he's like, I didn't think I really needed to, like, be worried about any of the status. I can understand it a bit more. I think we should more talk.
Not having Purifying Salt, I'm like forgiving of. Like Sturdy makes sense. I'm not big on Sturdy. However, when you're running a substitute set, in general, especially since you don't have any self-recovery outside of left.
So you won't like recover.
You're max defense. Why do you need sturdy?
Which also gets this team. I feel like you don't want max defense because look, special attacker, special attacker, special
Yeah,
attacker,
I guess.
special attacker, special attacker.
I don't know.
It's just Great Tusk. It's just Melvin.
Yeah, I
I
don't
know
see
Hannah's
it.
got a rain team, but can we talk about our sun team? Can we talk about the 3 rain dances as well?
I like the Hypno name.
Yeah.
I understand it. You're up against a Weva team, a Sun team especially. But I feel like you want to max out on 2.
So I
rain
like it on
dances.
Hypno and Jellicent. I don't like it on
3
Guard.
feels excessive.
Yeah,
Guard
is...
feels like overkill, and I feel like I can't see good angles for Guard to get it off. It's like Hypno. It's like, yeah, this is a really especially offensive team. Hypno is a really good special Pokemon. It's going to find angles. Jellicent, same thing, and also it's a water type. Guard, yeah, that's pushing it. Again, I would love like recover or like protect there. I think the Flareon set's really interesting because again, it feels like it's meant to like almost like check Mega Houndoom, which I kind of like, especially with the Rocky helmet.
Pulse do like
Is
half.
Flareon one
No.
of their
It's got, like,
Terras, by the way?
One, it is not. It is a Terra actually. Yeah, you're right. Terra Fire, still I guess for just a bit more damage. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I don't like their Terra types to begin with. I think they're kind of not good on Flareon. Also, let's look at Jellicent's moveset. There's a little bit of a stick out on Jellicent, which is Terra Fairy.
Which is not one of the Terra
No.
types.
Jellicent's Terra types are Ghost, Ground, and Steel. If Tim clicked that, it would have been instant game over. Like, forced FF. Also, we have Scarf Valiant, and that's a pretty standardish Sharpedo set.
Yeah.
It's a Mega Sharpedo.
What? Is there a reason why they're bringing Valiant set? Does it want to switch in a lot more? Why just not Booster?
Booster's
I feel like
banned.
Booster's just...
Booster is banned.
Oh, you have
for,
Booster banned this week. My bad,
Booster
my
is
bad.
banned on tiers 1-0.
Fair, fair.
Small critique. I would have liked to see Crunch on the Sharpedo set.
I can agree with that.
Because, I believe there's a lot of instances where having Crunch meant you had clearer kill potentials.
Yeah. I do think the Earthquake is good, though, for sure. I think Liquidation's obviously for stab. Psychic Fangs is there because it's the most powerful biting move. Also, I think it's good into a few mons like Venusaur and, like, Hatterene, or not Hatterene, Great Tusk. Especially in Sun, it's going to do more damage than Liquidation. Speaking of, let's look at Hannah's team. We have a pretty bulky, especially Torkoal set with max HP, max Pedef, with Stealth Rocks, Will-O-Wisp, Lava Plume Body Press, and Heat Rock. We've got Covert Coat Hatterene. That clearly feels like it's meant to be the guard counter with Psychic Noise, Draining Chaos, Mystical Fire, and Giga Drain. So it's like also like a full offensive set with a lot of recovery attacks as well, which I find interesting. Fast Great Tusk with Rapid Spin, Bulk Up, Ice Spinner, and Headlong Rush. I love that combo of Ice Spinner and Headlong Rush. I think it's really good. That is a standard Mega Houndoom set, let's be real. I like the Trailblaze actually a lot, because essentially like after like one Trailblaze, you're probably outspeeding everything. I like the Venusaur set.
I think it's nuking.
Oh, you're saying?
No, I was just saying it's going to nuke stuff.
It's gonna 100% nuke stuff.
The Mega Hound.
And that feels like a pretty standard Wake set. I will say I'm not big on, because you can look at Hannah's moveset. She's intentionally EV'd Wake, so it'll get the speed boost in Sun. The one thing I will say, I'm kind of not a big fan of Flip Turn on Life Orb Wake because you're not doing a lot of damage with it. I kind of would prefer maybe just like a Mystic Water or like an Expert Belt in that case. I know you're sacking a little damage.
I can see it, yeah.
Especially on such a frail Pokemon like Wake, it does want to have its health. It's not going to take those hits from like Torpedoes or like Valiant as well. And that feels like a pretty standard like Sun Venusaur set. You have Solar Beam for a nuke, Weather Ball for your Terra Fire, and then Sludge Bomb for coverage and stab, which I think is, yeah, because I think that'll shred Iron Valiant. Now then, let's get into the battle. Our last battle of week 3.
Already a really strong start.
I think getting the light screen off is really good. Also, that baton pass is great. Like, actually. Because now you get this in free. I think going for Protect there was a little bit greedy. I feel like you kind of want to just go for some chip. Guard. I don't again, let's I don't really like the substitute.
I would have been a lot more bigger on seeing Assault Cure here, regardless of the fact that you got burnt.
I think this is a really good switch in for Tim because Great Tusk actually does a lot of damage. But you get rid of the rain. You do have to switch out though, or else this thing will die. And I think I guess sacking Garg's fine.
There is really no switch in. That is
Yeah.
true.
But there goes Great Tusk. So now Hannah's team is only special threats. You can see that there's no shoes on that Torkoal, which is normal as Heat Rock. You can probably guess. And there goes Hatterene.
Now this is a surprise.
Oh my god.
Really, I mean, it's Sun boosted.
Insane.
Also, let's talk about this. Quick attack. Hannah goes for Trailblaze. Speed boost. The Rocky Helmet proc It's in quick attack kill range.
Quick attack
Yeah.
kills. Oh my god.
Wow.
Actually huge.
I want to apologize for any doubts that Flareon I had about Flareon set. Holy shit.
I think.
Put in work.
Now, I want to point out that this is actually a pivotal position that Tim's in right here. Because the switch out of Sharpedo there into Jellicent actually ensures that you're timing out Sun, and then you get Sharpedo back in and potentially get 2 speed boost off. That lets you just kill the rest of the team at that point because you outspeed a Venusaur in Sun.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think this is a really good Saki. I think this is the best. I think maybe you could have got rid of Hypno instead. Either way, this is a really good place to be because Wake comes in. I feel like. I know you should. The Protect is the good, correct, safe play to go there for. I didn't know how I felt about that swap out.
Now, if I remember right, it's because Tim didn't know if Protect was going to work.
I don't like the Psycho Cut there either. Did it have?
I don't like bringing in Valiant here in general because I don't think there's any way.
As well, Spirit Break would have killed, I think. Wait, hang on, I need to check something real quick.
I think Willow's crime.
You think the Willow's a crime should have gone for like a Lava Plume?
No, I'm saying like now it's just like useless. Iron Valley, but to be fair, they don't have a switch into Willow.
Frankly, I'll say I think you let Iron Valley die. I think it's actually smarter of Hannah to just kill it right away because that's more turns for Sun, I guess. But that's GG. You get the Protect off, you're gonna outspeed it in Sun as long as you haven't like fucked up your EVs.
Didn't Mega? I guess
not Megaing felt a little greedy.
I agree.
You didn't need Mega. If you didn't need Mega, you may as well.
But like, it just, I don't know. It feels, that's a waste of a turn. Like, you didn't have to do that.
Mega.
339, 348. He was at.
I guess if it was Sun Scarf Proto.
No, but you know it's Life Orb. You know it's Life Orb.
Oh, you know it's Life Orb. Yeah, I don't know.
But like that was kind of well played towards the end. I think actually, I was really nervous watching this for the first time. Like, and by nervous I mean terrified. For Tim, where I was like, oh no, don't do that. I think that Flareon play was amazing. I think so. Part of it is I
that
feel
Flareon
like Hannah kind of greeted
wow.
with going for the Trailblaze. I mean, to be fair, she had no reason to know or expect it to be Rocky Helmet. But I feel like if you kill, you just kind of kill, right?
Yeah, if anything, I feel like Hannah did the correct fundamental play because there's no reason to not suspect it's going to be a Toxic Orb.
Well, no, you would have seen the Toxic Orb proc by now. Yeah, because it had killed Hatterene the turn before.
Oh, yeah.
So in that regard, I feel like that is, like, to be like it's Flash Fire. Like, I feel like you kind of want to maybe even just go like Nasty Plot then Dark Pulse and guarantee the kill because it definitely feels like, or you could have even like, I don't even know if you switch out at that point and if you do just let Houndoom die. Because like with Venusaur, Wake, and Torkoal still left, you are absolutely still in a good position. It's a weird question, there's no known answer, I guess. Either way, this is a case where I'm absolutely giving MVP to Sharpedo. I think it was crucial for cleaning up.
If it went for speed boost, the game's over.
Exactly.
I want MVP Flareon.
I do too.
I see the Flareon as well.
You guys think?
Flareon.
It countered that Houndoom actually
People
insanely.
have spoken.
All right, Flareon it is. So what?
It also deleted the Hatterene.
Yeah.
And I think, are we all in agreement? Pokemon of the week is Lex's Typhlosion.
Yeah, that was. I remember watching that live.
You you can't debate against that.
Which means this is our. Yeah, no, actually, never mind. I was about to say it's just a lie. Yeah, no, it had yeah. There is that would be our MVPs of the list. We have my Sylveon, Ben's Galvantula, Leah's Mesprit, Lex's Typhlosion, Pho's Zapdos, Parker's Houndstone, Maggie's Comfey, Guy's Bisharp, and Poke's Flareon. And then Pokemon of the Week is Lex's Typhlosion. Now then, here's my question. I guess now with that finished, we'll begin to move on to dealing with the what's it called? The roster moves.